So Nidra practice, if you guys have not done it before, it's just a guided meditation. And so you can get a blanket, bolster, pillow, anything you'd want to add to your practice when we move to that part. So let's go ahead and find our way onto our mats. So again, you're muted, so if you want to add any music, go ahead and add that, any sort of music you want to do for this portion of it. And then if you have any questions throughout the practice, just send me a chat. I'll try to come up closer to the screen and check if there's any questions. So let's go ahead and start tonight in a child's pose. So big toes touch, knees come open, and we can come forward and bring the forehead down. Other option is bring the knees together, bring those hands back. So just depending on how your shoulders are feeling tonight. And so still an active pose when we're in our child's pose. And let's just take a little bit of time and check in, notice how we're feeling. And start to check in with our breath. So begin to notice if you're holding tension anywhere. So maybe it's in the hips, maybe it's in the shoulders. And if you're here in child's pose and you notice it feels a little like too much tension in the shoulders, feel free to take a bend in the arms. And you can just stack the arms on top of each other and drop your forehead down onto the arms. So just a nice easy practice today. It's Sunday evening, just getting ready to go into the week. So just being mindful of how our body's feeling after a long week, a long weekend, and especially in holidays. And so just take a few more breaths here. And so you want to breathe into the nose. Fill the chest, fill the belly, and exhale out the nose. Inhale, and exhale. And take 3 more rounds. And then on that next inhale, come on up into tabletop. So begin to take a couple rounds of cat-cow. So go ahead and move at your own pace. Again, adding any little movements in. So any hip rocks, stretch out the wrists, move the head, the shoulders, bend the elbows. So take just a couple rounds. And just noticing how your body's feeling as you begin to move. Let's go ahead and take 1 more round. And then come back to that neutral spine. We're going to take our right knee and bring that right knee right between the hands. And then start to use that left leg, walk it back, finding our way into pigeon. So we're going to take a little bit of time here. And so we're feeling that in that right hip, maybe that left hip flexor. And we have the option of staying just right here and just sort of breathing into this hip. The closer this right leg gets to the body, the less intense it is. So if we have a bit more movement, we can move the shin in line with the front of the mat and have our hips nice and square. So it really just depends how we're feeling this evening. So stay right here if this is enough. Option to bring your hands or your forearms down, and you can pause right here. Or option to come all the way down. So turn this way so you can see this way. And to start to settle into this pose, we're going to be here for about a minute. So just taking some time here. So if you notice you're right here and you're like, okay, I have a bit more movement, go ahead and come down. If you went a little too far and you feel like you need to back out of it, go ahead and back out of it. And see if you can send your breath to anywhere you're feeling tension. So if you feel it on that right side, imagine sending your breath right there, giving permission to release some of that tension. And as we're here and holding this pose, notice if you're holding tension anywhere else in the body. So maybe you notice as you're here, you start to clench the jaw a bit. And see if you can let some of that tension go. We'll take just a few more breaths here. And then if you're down on the forearms or all the way down to the chest, see if you can walk your hands up. We're going to curl those left toes under, lift the left knee off the mat. And we're going to take that right leg and just take it all the way up. Let's go ahead and drop the right ankle down towards the left hip and then start to twist open. Inhale that right leg high. Exhale, right leg down. And then start to pedal your dog. Just take a little bit of movement here. So you might want to rock hips side to side. Maybe bending both knees. And then let's drop the knees back down to the mat. Then we're going to take that left knee and bring that between the hands. Right toes are curled under, so we can use that right foot to walk that right leg back. And then you just adjust that left leg closer to the body, less intense. More in line with the front of the mat, a little bit more of an intense stretch. So again, we can stay right here. So you might notice this side feels different. So maybe you have more space. Maybe it feels a bit tighter. So just acknowledge those differences. So again, option, stay right here. Next option, feel free, come down to the forearms. Or option, to come all the way down. And so just taking note of how the side feels. Honor this side, adjust as needed. And then begin to breathe into this left hip. Seeing if you're able to maybe let go of some of the tension. We'll take just a few more breaths here. If you're down on the chest or the forearms, slowly begin to walk your way up. Let's curl the right toes under, right knee lifts off. Left leg comes up. Take a bend in your left knee, drop it down towards that right hip, and just start to twist open. Left leg reaches up. Left foot down, and find some movement. So again, bending the knees, paddle it out, rock those hips. Just finding any little movement. And then let's go ahead and pause in downward facing dog. So legs about hip distance apart. Hands pushing into the mat, pushing our chest toward our thighs, gaze between our feet. Allow that head to hang heavy. Keep pressing those hips back. Heels reach down. Let's take one more very deep inhale. Exhale. Gaze between the hands, step or walk. Halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. And exhale, let's take our hands behind the back. Let's clasp those hands together, pull the hands down, chest towards the ceiling, shoulders away from the ears. Bend the knees and fold forward. So see if you don't let the head hang heavy. And those arms can stay on the low back, or we can reach them up and towards the front. Let's take one more breath here. And drop the hands down. Inhale, reach the arms up, reach the arms out. And exhale, hands to heart. So let's come to the tops of our mat. Let's pause here for just a moment. And just set our intention for our practice this evening. Honoring where we are today. Giving ourselves permission to rest, to modify, to push if we'd like. Let's take one more breath here. On your next inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back to plank and slowly lower down. Always have that option to drop down to the knees. On your next inhale, heel up, cobra. Exhale, press it back, down dog. Inhale, gaze between the hands, step, jump, or walk, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands behind the back, clasp the fingers. Inhale, pull the hands down, chest up. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. Drop the hands down, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to your mat, jump or step back to plank. Slowly lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, press back, down dog. Gaze between the hands, step, jump, or walk, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands behind the back, clasp fingers. Inhale, pull the hands down, chest up. Exhale, fold. Drop hands down to the mat, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, find chair. Sit back, sit down. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step or jump back to plank. Lower all the way down or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, press it back, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot between the hands. And inhale, crescent. Exhale, hands to your mat. Right foot back to meet the left. Take a flow. Find your way back to down dog. Take your time. Lower all the way down or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, hands to your mat, left foot back to meet the right. Take that flow, find your way back to down dog. Gaze between the hands, step or walk, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach into chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to your mat, jump or step back to plank. Take that flow, whatever it looks like. Find your way back to down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, bend the right knee. Drop it down towards that left heel. Twist open. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot between the hands. Inhale, crescent. We're going to take our right arm and bring it underneath the left arm. So we're going to find eagle arms, right side. So if we have full eagle arms, we're going to lift those elbows up shoulder height, pull the hands away from the face. If this is uncomfortable, hands to the shoulders. So we're here. Legs are hip distance apart to help with that stability. So then on our next inhale, we're going to reach up. So find that space between the spine. And exhale, reach it back. Take a back bend. Inhale, back to center. Arms reach up. Pause here. Next exhale, hands to your mat. Right foot back to meet the left. Take that flow. Take your time. Down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, bend the left knee, drop that heel down towards the right hip, twist those hips open. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Inhale, crescent. Left hand comes underneath the right. Eagle arms left side. So here or here. Elbows lift up, shoulder height, hands pull away from the face. Notice the shoulders if you have some tension. See if you can find some space. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, back to center. Next inhale, reach. Pause. And exhale, hands to your mat. Left foot back to meet the right. Take your flow. Inhale, right leg high. Bend in the right knee. Drop that heel down towards the left hip. Twist it open. So option, keep it right here. Or find your way into wild thing. Press those hips towards the ceiling. Right hand down, right leg reach up. Exhale, right foot between the hands. Inhale, crescent. Right arm underneath, eagle arms. Next, inhale, reach up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, back to center. Next, inhale, reach up, crescent. Exhale, hands to your mat, right foot back to meet the left. Take that flow. Find your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Bend the knee, left heel towards the right hip, twist it open. Option, stay right here. Or wild thing. Left hand down, left leg up. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Inhale, crescent. Left arm underneath, eagle arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, back to center, pause for a second. Next inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to your mat, left foot back to meet the right. Take that flow, find your way back to down dog. So from downward facing dog, let's take our feet a little bit wider than hips. And then start to walk the hands back to meet the feet. Point the toes out and heels in. Let's bend the knees, sit down, yogi squat. So option, hands to our heart, just finding some space in our hips. And then find any little movement. So it might feel nice to take a bit of a twist. You can do a hand down, arm up. A little bit more stretch in the shoulders. You can take the top arm, drop it down around your small back. So you get a twist in that left shoulder. Depending if you've got space, you can always take a bind here. So you take the arm and reach it around the knee and reach for that opposite elbow or opposite hand. And so if you do one side, take a breath, take the other side. And again, just depending on how you're feeling. You can wrap that hand. Get a nice stretch in the shoulder. Let's take one more breath. Come back to center. Hands back together at the heart. Let's take a breath here. So if we have space, we can take those elbows between, pressing those knees open a bit more. Press your tailbone down, chest up, chin to chest. Take a very deep inhale. And exhale, release. Hands come back down to the mat. Let's straighten the legs, heel toe the feet together. And find a ragdoll. So about hip distance between the feet. Opposite elbows. And then hands come down to the mat. Let's come down onto the knees. We're going to cross the ankles, roll back onto the butts. And let's take our right leg out. Sole the left foot into that right thigh. Turn towards that right foot. Next inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. So take any little adjustments, pull that right hip back. Your hands might be behind your thigh, knee, calf. Maybe you can reach that foot. We'll just turn that belly to the thigh, chest to the knee, and just find a little bit of a stretch. If having this right leg as straight is a little too much, take a slight bend. Let's take one more breath here. We'll slowly come up. Let's switch sides. Left hip, pull it back. Flex our foot, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Little bit of an adjustment, so pull that hip back. And notice how this left leg compares. the right. Maybe get just a little tighter. Maybe we find like a bit more space on this side. Take one more breath here. We're going to take both legs out. So we want to take them as wide as we can take them. And then we're going to take our hands behind our hips and just rock our hips forward. On your next inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, we're going to fold forward. So folding forward, we might be right here. Maybe we've got a little bit more space and we can come down more. Maybe we can get the chest all the way down to the ground. If this is really intense, so this is in those hip flexors, the backs of the thighs, you always take a bend in the knees and lean forward. Okay, I just want to make sure our hips are forward and just lean forward. So again, this is one of those poses, find a little movement. So if you're like going into the pose and you feel like, oh, it's just a little too much, back out of it. Maybe you find you have a bit more space, so lean a little bit more into it. Most important part of this pose is just acknowledging our breath and seeing if we can send it to those places where we have tightness and where we have tension. Let's take another breath here. And slowly find way out. Let's bring those legs in. We want to flex our feet, and then we want to pull that fleshy part back. So we can feel our sit bones. On your next inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, fold forward. So again, folding might be here, depending on what our space is tonight. And then wherever you are, see if you can walk those hips back about 10 times. And then on that inhale, find the space. Exhale, fold down. See if we can bring our belly to our thigh, chest to our knees, and then the forehead to the shin. And again, option, knees can be bent. Let's take another couple breaths here. Take one more very deep breath here. And then on that next inhale, let's go ahead and come up. Let's take a bend in the knees. We're going to reach the arms towards the front and we're going to slowly come down. We're going to take the legs about hip distance apart. And then we're going to take our hips and move them just slightly to the right. Arms can reach out airplane style, or we can goal post them. We're going to drop our knees to the left side. Option to take your gaze over your right shoulder. If you have no issues with your knees, you can take the outside edge of your left foot and bring it to the outside edge of your right knee. And so the gaze can come over the right shoulder. So I feel that twist in the mid-spine when our shoulders nice and flat. Let's take another breath here. If you've got that left ankle across the right knee, let's uncross that. Bring the knees back to center. Then bring the knees into the chest. Pull them in. Maybe rock side to side here. Option here to take a happy baby. So you can reach down, grab those big toes and the outsides of the feet. And pull those knees towards the shoulders. Knees come back into the chest. Give them a squeeze. And then we're going to drop the feet back down. Legs about hip distance. A little bit wider. Hips to the left. Arms reach out or goalpost. And we're going to drop the knees to the right side this time. So your gaze can come over this left shoulder. And then again, no issues with our knees. Option to take this right ankle, the outside ankle. Bring it to the outside of that left knee. So we're finding that twist. Take another breath here. Gaze back to center. If the ankle's crossed, uncross. Knees come back up towards the ceiling. Knees into the chest, give them a squeeze. Maybe rock side to side. Option to grab those big toes, outsides of the feet. Happy baby. Straighten the legs. Take a couple little breaths here. And then we'll go ahead and bring the knees back into the chest. Give them a squeeze. We're going to take hands behind the knees and rock all the way up. We're going to roll into tabletop. Let's take a couple rounds of cat-cow here. I'm using this time to take any other movement. So when we get into our Nidra practice, we're going to be laying on our back. So we want to just take a little bit of time to stretch that out. You can do that modified up dog here. Get into that low back. And pass it back to our child's pose. And take another couple breaths. And then take a moment to take any other pose that your body is calling for. And then we're going to transition into that Nidra practice. So again, those options are to grab bolsters, blankets, so anything that you want to add to your mat. So you can use the blanket underneath the head like a pillow. You can use your bolster under the legs. So you can do a little something like this. You can bring the blanket underneath the low back. You can take the bolster down to your ankles. And you can use pillows, anything that you want to add to the practice. So if you want to switch your music to something a little more meditative, or you don't have to have any music at all. And then just begin to find your way down. Whatever that looks like. So I'll keep the camera pointed just at the mandala, but there's nothing that you have to do for the practice. Just simply allow yourself to find stillness. And so take another moment or so just to get yourself set up. And find your way into stillness. You can keep the eyes closed through the practice if that's comfortable. And let your body sink into the floor. Become comfortable and relaxed. Shift and move a little to let your body settle deeper into the ground. Be comforted that at this time, everything is okay. Nothing else matters right now. Everything is okay. Nowhere to go, and nothing to do. Here to simply let go and listen. In your mind, you may like to repeat my words to become your words. Do not worry or become agitated if you do not hear everything I say. It is natural to flow in and out of conscious hearing. Whatever your experience today, this practice of Nidra is still working, even if you feel like you fell asleep. There is no way to do this wrong. Simply listen without trying too hard. You are in a safe environment, a protected space, a held space. Come into stillness now and remain still for deep nourishment. Repeat these words in your mind. I am awake and aware in Nidra. Feel your natural breath. Breath flowing through. Allow your bones to become heavy. Feel your bones heavy and sinking. Heavy and sinking into the earth. Release bones heavy and sinking. Now imagine yourself in a place that feels calm and peaceful. This could be outside in nature, or could be somewhere indoors. in a room or a place that you like. This may be somewhere that you know or somewhere you imagine. But begin to see all the details of the surroundings. Notice the colors, the lights, the objects. And you see yourself here in this peaceful place. But mostly you're sensing the comforting energy here. The feeling of calmness, peace, and serenity. This is your inner sanctuary. At any time during the practice, feel free to guide yourself back here. Your inner sanctuary is always here, and you can come back to this place anytime you like. Go deep inside now. Deep inside to notice, what is my heart's deepest longing? What does my heart desire? Create an intention from your heart's longing. A positive statement, the present tense, as though it's already happening. It may be something like, I am relaxed, or I am whole exactly as I am. State your intention 3 times, as though it is already happening. It is indeed the truth. Allow your awareness to travel through your body now on this journey of sensation. Simply feel each part as it is mentioned and remain still. Begin with the mouth. Feel your mouth. Feel your jaw, lips, the inside of your mouth, roof, teeth and gums, tongue. Feel the inside of the cheeks. Become aware of all the parts together. Feel your mouth as a whole. Feel your nose. Right nostril. left nostril, breath, nasal passages, notice sense of smell in your nose. Feel the whole nose. Become aware of your ears, right ear, left ear, both ears together. Notice the wrinkles and folds of the ears, the ear lobes, the ear canals. Notice your ears receiving sound, listening. Feel your ears. Feel your eyes, eyelids, the place where the eyelids touch. Notice surface of the eyes, centers of eyes, backs of eyes. Feel your eyes. Notice crown, forehead, face, sides, back, neck, throat, right palm, all the fingers, wrist, forearm front and back, elbow inside and out, upper arm front and back, whole shoulder. Become aware of the base of the throat. Left palm, all the fingers, wrist, forearm front and back, elbow inside and out, upper arm front and back, whole shoulder. Notch in the base of the throat, upper chest, collarbones, upper back, chest, shoulder blades, heart. Notice abdomen, ribs on the back, stomach, navel, hips. Become aware of both hips, thighs front and back, knees front and back, lower legs, calves, ankles, feet. Notice all the toes. Notice both soles of the feet. Your sitting bone. Navel center. Stomach. Heart. Throat. Mouth. Between the brows and the crown of the head. Feel now the back body resting on the earth. Bring awareness of your whole back body. Feel now the front body. Become aware of the whole body. Feel the whole body. Whole body. Become aware now of your natural breath. Begin to feel the pause between breaths. Feel the gaps. Feel the pause between breaths. Feel your breath. Follow it from your nostrils, throat, chest, belly, pelvis, and back up again. Follow its natural flow through your inner body. Watch your breath, aware of its rhythm. Feel it in your body. Feel breath in your chest. Feel your breath. Now notice your breath in your heart center. Without changing your breath, feel the breath that is already here. in your heart space. Feel your breath awakening and soothing your heart. Feel your breath. Recall your heart's intention statement, the one that you set at the beginning. Repeat it now 3 times as though it is already happening. It is already the truth. Feel your body. Your body on the ground. Feel your breath. Your breath flowing through your body. Beginning to reawaken your body. Deepen the breath. With each inhale, become more alert, more attentive, and more present in your body. Become aware of your breath. Breath flowing through you with ease and peace. Breathe your entire body. Notice your back body, the side of the body facing the earth. Feel all the places where you touch the ground. And before moving again, simply sense your fingers and just imagine moving them. Now begin to wiggle your fingers, feeling every sensation as you do. Notice your toes. Begin to wiggle your toes. Gently rock your head side to side, a slow awakening. Draw a deeper breath into your belly, into your chest, and rock slowly over to your left side, coming into the fetal position. Slowly find your way up into a comfortable seated position. Lengthen the spine. Drop the chin to the chest. And allow the eyes to flutter open. Bring hands together at the heart. The light and spirit in me bows and honors the light and spirit in you. Namaste. Take some time as you come up from your practice. Find any stillness or any movement or anything you need to come back. If you have any questions, please let me know. I want to thank you again for joining me tonight. I hope that you're able to find a little bit of stillness and calm within chaos. Thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your night.